Okay, guys, welcome in. We're doing Craigellachie 13. Is this going to be a lucky 13 or a little superstitious here?
Fingers crossed.
Man, this smells so good.
Does
So this is I smelt it, and the first thing I thought of is when I was a kid, my grandparents had those hard candies in a bowl. Like they had, like it was like a raspberry, and it had like a lemon lime, and it had all these hard candies. And I remember like I would just walk past it and I get this waft of like the tropical fruit of like all the different flavors in there, and then I just sit there and eat the whole bowl and get yelled at. But that's what it just reminded me of.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those cocktail fruit cups, just without the cherries in it.
I'm getting like a nice sweet barley and raisin.
barley and raisin. Yeah, I was trying to pinpoint that little extra sweetness I was smelling because this is finished in partially, I guess, in bourbon, and I do get a little bit of like almost typical vanilla, caramel, kind of notes, but it's all under that big fruit, all the fruit.
Yeah, so real quick, 13-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey from the Speyside region. It is ex-bourbon and ex-sherry on the casks. 92 proof, and MSRP on these is 55 to 75, and we are dealing with a non-chill filtered, no color added Scotch whiskey.
The way God intended it.
Yeah,
That's right.
It was interesting for me when I took a sip. The first sip was so thin, like it had like not real a lot of flavor came through, and the second sip was just a punch of flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It went from nothing, and I kind of made a face. I was like, eh, and then it was like boom, and it just exploded.
The
This was
sweetness
second
really like
sip.
cow, like I'm getting like a really strong caramel covered red fruit fruitiness that's just been this super delicious.
Man.
Yeah.
You're right. That second sip is where all the power is. And I wouldn't have said 46 ABV on this right off the rip, but after the second sip, I'm like, whoa, what is this? My proof gauge is all off. But 13 year, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm getting I can't get away from it. I'm getting chocolate covered raisins.
Just
I'm not really picking up much on the that worm tubbiness. Maybe a little bit in the finish. If you're curious about worm tubs, we did cover them in an earlier video on the Mortlock, so you can watch that one.
That's right.
I'm getting a little bit of a Sharpie note on this one.
I could totally see it in that.
You may be detecting it. It's like a little metallic.
Yeah, it's metallic, and that part is like I'm trying to sip through it. So I've taken like 4 or 5 small sips to see if it would like dissipate, and it stays there about the same on every one. It's not like it's not enough like a harsh enough note to turn me off completely. It's just there, and I detect that note.
Yeah,
But there's so much other fruit. There's so much other fruit, but it's just like there. It's like I can't get rid of that metallic.
Yeah, you ever my wife says like we have the Yeti cups or whatever, and she has like a wine Yeti cup, and she'll drink wine out of them. She's like, I taste the metal. And I'm like, you don't taste the metal, but I understand what she means. You know?
I mean, I definitely get the Sharpie note, but like very faint in the background. But again, that's never been an off-putting note for me, so I don't really taste it and go like, ooh. It's more of just a underlying note across, nice and smooth. Like, there's no spike to it, nothing. It doesn't stand out. But yeah, this is crazy how it builds on the palate.
It just keeps going, and I haven't sipped it in a minute, but real quick, just a little nugget about this one. So this one's got secrets. You know how we do live streams, and my camera might go crazy sometimes and give all my secrets away. This distillery actually has a bunch of secrets. So the distillery opened in the town of Craigellachie in, I gotta look at my notes, 1891, and they produced whiskey kind of like an MGP or something. They were making whiskey for doers. White Horse, don't get White Horse, it's terrible. But they didn't come out with this bottle and their name on a bottle till 2014.
That's crazy.
Think about that. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, they were
You said they're making the stuff for doers, like DOERS, or like doers.
Doers.
Doers. This doer isn't buying it. No. Hey, and speaking of the doer, you could come join me and the rest of the gang in our Discord. It's free. please feel free to come hang out and discuss stuff and Sharpie notes and whatever else you choose. But we'd love to see you there and see what we're all about. All right, you boys ready to get some scoring done?
Yep.
Let's do it. I went first last. Somebody else can go. I don't be wrong twice.
You weren't wrong.
No, I'm joking. You're identical. I was being
right.
because the other two were in the fives. I was like, oops.
I think
This interesting one. Oh,
go ahead, Norm. Go ahead, Norm.
Okay, yeah, I was saying this interesting one coming off what we just came off of. Like, I bought this just because it's a lower proof point. Everyone talked about, hey, how it goes through all this the worm tubs and all that stuff. And I was kind of let down by it tonight. The nose I felt was better than the palate. That big fruit and the sweetness in there. I don't mind the Sharpie. I don't mind the metallic stuff, but I was like, I was searching for more and more and more. Even after that second sip, it was that big hit. Oh man, I'm gonna have to say it has potential. I'm about a 5.7 on this. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with this. It's not a bad whiskey. It's a 5.7.
Yeah, I would say characterize this is a very nice, easy go. At least tonight, it's an easygoing, like sweeter Scotch. Again, sweet barley on the nose, oat, red fruit, raisin, palate, caramel gets added to the mixture. With red fruit pumps up, and then I maybe detect that metallic tang in the finish of it, which I think kind of brings some character to it. And then I would say that I don't know, it has like this nice like baked apple clovey type combination that I'm really enjoying. So I'm gonna give it a flat 6. I think this is an elevated baseline.
Yeah, I mean, ditto. Same. It was a perfect description. I do consider this an elevated elevated baseline for one reason, that the past the first sip, every time I sip it, I get this burst of flavor, which I enjoy. It is kind of a burst of flavor, and then it stays there. There's not a lot of going on with dynamically, but it's quite enjoyable to sip. It's not off-putting. There's nothing offensive about it. The only thing that I would change is I think it's just below a weeknight winner, because it is missing just something more. I want a little bit more out of it, so I would give it a 5.9.
Okay.
I'm actually I'm right there with Zach on this. I'm gonna be at a 5.6. That metallic type note I get on that kind of did dissipate on that last sip. I was getting it where it was even more underlying. And then I would guess that I'm just going to be more sensitive to that note, similar to, other things in bourbon that I'm more sensitive to. So, like the acetone note in brown forman and things like that, which you can go down in the description below and check our rating sheet and look past and some of those videos when you comparing things on the brown forman type stuff, Jack Daniels and things. I am just more sensitive to those notes. And I feel like it probably translates over to this too. This one's really good though. This one has a ton of fruit with that underlying metallic Sharpie note that's there. Again, is it possible that could be from the sherry cask too, right? That Sharpie, it could come from there like a sulfurish note. So, who knows? It's good. 5.6 though. I think it's slightly better than the one we just had, maybe for me.
All right.
I mean, again, these are they're not world beaters, but they're pretty darn good to sip on.
Yeah.
And especially for people again who want to try a Scotch, but they're not really sure if they like it. I mean, there's nothing truly off-putting about this. And if they get the Sharpie note, then you kind of maybe if it's off-putting them, you keep them away from that vein of,
So
now this is just not so much a question for our Discord, but maybe a recommendation. When you see this in the store, it does say Speyside on it, right? So this is Speyside region, really typically known for big sherry, a lot of finish, like that kind of thing. This is just not typical of what the rest of the region feels like. This is an outlier for that region, and I would say it's a little bit more interesting, like a baseline Speyside, where it's just all sherry. Right. This brings a little bit more of that spice and something nice to the table. So,
and the worm tub adds, in my opinion, the process adds more robust flavor. I feel like you get a bit more robust. Like
That's
it
typical.
drinks
Yeah.
it drinks with more flavor than a typical lower proof will.
Yeah,
This
it
doesn't drink
almost
46.
no. It to me this almost drinks like a bourbon that has a low entry proof, if that makes sense. Like where it just has more flavor when you have it at a lower proof.
It's a lot of scotches though. True. I mean,
No, I just
had way more flavor. Just in general, it drinks.
No,
way
it's
lower proof.
true.
Yep.
Hey, if you guys like what we're doing here, do us a favor, like, comment, subscribe. We've been doing the new format. We're getting a lot of great feedback on it, but let us know what you're thinking. And, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
In the journey.
And then with that, guys, stay spirited. We'll see you on the next one.
Stay spirited, everyone.
See ya.
So,
Nice
Norm,
one.
you want a fun science fact for your wife?
I do.
So, is it a stainless steel cup? You said it was a Yeti?
Yeah.
And she had wine in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wine's acidic, and then your saliva has electrolytes, which makes it a conductor. And so if you just place your tongue on a stainless steel cup, you'll have a small chemical reaction there, and that's probably what she's picking up on.
Isn't it like a battery type situation?
Nerd. No, I'm just
rocket scientist. That's all we got to say.
Yeah, like in a 9-volt,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
right,
gonna say it's just like a 9-volt.
It's the more you know moment.